When you're a divine on the divine journey, society will have you thinking that you need to be at a certain place or in a certain situation at a certain age or at a certain time in your life, okay? These are all misconceptions that will lead you into believing the opposite of what is actually divine redirection, divine protection, divine alignment. There might be things that you wanted yourself that haven't come into fruition in the way you expected or at the time that you wanted it to, okay? This message that's coming through here is really about honouring the ride of emotion, the ride of energy, especially if you are divine, because you're very much connected to the cosmic energies, including moon cycles. Sometimes things don't make sense, but you're actually here to break through the mold of what society says this is the template you need to fit, right? Because you're connecting to the divine love, the divine light that is existing, that is actually fighting its way through, the darkness. There's something really beautiful here about how honing in and honouring Six of Cups. That was at the bottom of the deck before. This, you know, that red thread theory. So it's like the thread, you will always be connected to who and what is just yours, regardless of how many times it is. It's in, like, it gets tangled, it gets knotted, all these different things can happen to those threads, but that thread will always be connected. And that to me is an energy of kind of you've been working through so much that it's kind of like, I've heard losing faith or losing hope with what's taking a while, but actually it's the things that take the longest that are worth the absolute most. You can't really see in this, but there's a judgment card and there's this red thread on this particular card that's connecting them all. There's also a spirit baby that's very heavily present here, okay? So it's kind of like that thread will always be there. It's like, it's not something that you need to concern yourself over it in the way that society suggests you should, okay? Emperor at the bottom of the deck and the Nine of Cups. I think someone is awakening to their truth. So I feel like there's this kind of two-sided thing. It's like the irony of kind of they were pulled in towards this is what you need to be doing, and this is the age by which you need to be doing it, and this is what they thought was supposed to be the case for them, even though it didn't always feel right. It's kind of like they were fighting against it at the same time, because their soul was showing them that they had way more to heal through first, way more things to do on a soul level, things that you can't see, things that your soul is fully aware of and evolving through, that can't be seen in the physical, not in the human eye as it's known in society, right? There can be a lot of talk about how to handle moon cycles and wheel at the bottom of the deck. And, any kind of cycle, anything that comes up that's cosmic and energetic. But you need to remember, when you are divine, every single day you are manifesting, every single day you are transmuting. You're literally a natural alchemist, because on an energetic level, you are heavily and deeply connected to the all, right? So it's kind of like there's a lot happening for you daily. Empress now at the bottom of the deck, and the Knight of Swords. I feel like there's fast movement coming through after a very heavy, I'm hearing like heavy, just a long period of time where there's had to be a lot of awakenings to what your true desires are. And with the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, it's kind of like realizations to every which way you were being pulled away from the truth, and it was kind of there in your intuition. The High Priestess, you knew, but it was taking a while to really ground that into your reality. I have a feeling this might be the masculine energy that I'm feeling. And now it's kind of like, when the divine masculine is really awakened and activated, when they know what they want, that's it, they want to go after it, right? They're in that mode of, you don't forget, masculine is the action, success oriented, right? There's been a lot of kind of, I'm hearing like they were just stuck in so many mental patterns that they just couldn't see past. And it's kind of like divine has been working tirelessly, endlessly, I'm hearing, to awaken them time and time again throughout every situation they've been in, to really, with the Tower here, to really, and the Queen of Cups, to really shake them to understand the falsity of kind of what was being projected onto them, right? I think that there's been connections here that were also kind of false connections, right? Whether they were karmics, whether they were just like false, like false flames or something. And this is where somebody's had to learn so much. This could be you as well, learning so much through all your connections, seeing things in new perspectives, in other people's perspectives, okay? 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. So there's definitely kind of this recognition of the path ahead, and now there's this like desire to walk it, right? But again, it's kind of this Queen of Wands, this removal of any kind of conflict I'm hearing of the past. So it's kind of like, I'm hearing wiping the slate clean, so like clearing the slate. Someone's really been learning how to connect to their intuition and trust that. The King of Wands here. There's something big about ego on this one. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, right? It's kind of like, I'm hearing egoic blind. It's like, there's just like, there's like that dark shadowy figure in the back, right? Those temptations, those kind of ways of thinking and being, that 3 of Swords were just hurting somebody more and more deeply, and they didn't see it because it was happening in the soul. When the soul's hurting, it's a different kind of hurt, right? 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. This is what they want to move towards. They've been working really hard on themselves. They've been working hard, I feel like, on kind of, I'm hearing like abundance, on the abundance pathway. We also had the Devil come out there, and the 4 of Cups. So there's definitely the 8 of Cups. So there's definitely this energy of walking away right now from, I'm hearing like the last remnants, and I'm seeing like, you know how I mentioned those threads, but these are threads that were just dangling there that needed to be kind of almost, I'm hearing incinerated. So that's kind of like the real like removal of these. So to the point where they just don't exist anymore, these cords. I'm hearing something about lost time. Someone's really awakening to their inner truth. That just split on the Death card there. And I think it's kind of like with that Devil energy, it's like every time they try to move forwards, they're stopped. Something stops them. There's like this barrier, and it's like the darkness is anything. And you know what it is? They're being shown any way in which they are still being pulled on internally on their inner shadows. And this is what they're sitting with now. They're understanding this better. They're taking that time out to, I feel like there's somebody who needs a long time, but they also need to really rest mentally, really. Oh, and then we've got the Queen of Cups. I feel like this is, again, that unconditional love. I think somebody here really just wants to be loved, right, is what I've heard. And actually, I feel like it's the masculine energy that's coming through there. The Hermit. Yeah, it's like they have this dream and these wishes, and they're just kind of hiding them to themselves. It's almost like in their world, it's just not, it's not apparent, it can't be seen. I don't know, there's a block here, Page of Pentacles, but they are grounding themselves here in their reality. I think they're being really mindful of the energy around them right now, strong boundaries. Okay, so just ask for more confirmation with the Devil card. We've got the Lovers, Page of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. I do think that somebody has had a lot of past experiences. There were a lot of trauma bonds, karmic connections, and something about attachments and addictions really coming through, and it just ended dark because it was fueled from a dark place. It started from a dark place, and this is what someone's really understanding. They've kind of got the Knight of Cups, the Emperor, Ace of Cups, White, 8 of Wands, the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I do feel like someone's had to learn some serious lessons when it comes to the heart. Ace of Cups, because they want this new beginning and they want to move forwards fast towards this Empress here. And look at the Sun. This is their happiness, and they know this, and they know that there's been situations that have happened in the past that have blocked this, and this is, I think they're doing a lot of reflection right now. We're going to go to part 2.